Why do we love Addiesdive watches? Well, I think it's all quite simple. For a relatively small amount of money, we can get something interesting and exciting. So for example, with this Addiesdive 802513, we get a diver watch, which is a clear homage, and yet it's got a dial that's textured, it's interesting. This is a fully stainless steel watch. We even get a cyclops on here. Yeah, it's not sapphire crystal, it's just mineral crystal, but it gets anti-reflective coating, a screw and crown, a screw down case back. We get all these premium perks for a relatively small amount of money. But anyways, this watch was actually sent to me by the Addiesdive discount store. Now, there is a reason this store has the word discount in it. The prices there are truly sharp. So I'll be leaving an affiliate link to that store for this watch in the description below. Do check it out and check out some of the other items there, because I'm sure you'll find a lot of value pieces. But anyways, let's talk about this watch in detail. Top down, this Addiesdive, the 802513, sits broad and purposeful. The lugs plant wide, and with that wide ceramic bezel insert, the whole silhouette telegraphs an obvious homage to a horological icon. The case diameter is 41mm, thickness is 12.8, rising to 14.5mm once the cyclops is counted in. Lug width is 20mm, and the bracelet tapers neatly to 18mm at the clasp. While the listed lug-to-lug length is 48mm, the protruding metal end links stretch the real-world span to 53.3mm. Weight on the bracelet is just under 160 grams before removing any links, so do expect solid toolish presence. From the side, the profile is clean and disciplined, a tall flat polished flank that reads lean and straight. Smooth bevels bridge the flank to the lug hoods, keeping everything sharp without softening the geometry. There's structure and crisp definition throughout. The lug hoods are brushed in a fine grain that mirrors the bracelet's finishing, so the end link integration looks seamless, no jarring shift in tone or texture. Up top, the bezel slightly overhangs the midcase, just ever so slightly, which does make it easier to pinch. The grip is positive, the polished grooves are deep, and the rotation has notchy mechanical feel you want on a diver. Over a 3, a signed screw-down crown sits semi-guarded. It's tall and satisfyingly chunky at 6.9mm in diameter. The bracelet sticks to the tool watch brief. Fully brushed 316L stainless steel in a 3-link layout, visually matching the brushing on the lug hoods, so the head-to-bracelet handoff looks seamless. It starts at 20mm between the lugs and tapers down to 18 at the clasp, which helps settle the watch's mass on the wrist. Those metal end links do extend the real-world span to 53.3mm, but on the listing it does say 48. Yet on my 6.5-inch wrist there is minimal overhang. The end links drop away quickly enough that the watch reads broad and assertive without feeling like it's hanging off the edges. Very much the wide stance aesthetic you can see from the top down. Links are push-pin construction, not screw pins. That's normal at this price point, and importantly, it doesn't hurt the wear. Articulation of the links is excellent, and the bracelet has a smooth, easy drape, even if the tolerances are only mediocre. You can spot small gaps between some links on close inspection. At the clasp you get a double pusher release, flip it open, and there's a pressed folding wing inside. Of course, milled would be better, but once again we can remember the $50 price point. Several micro adjustment holes give you quick incremental sizing. Flip the watch over and we're met with a fluted screw-down case back. It lists the essentials like the brand, stainless steel, 200 meters of water resistance, closing out a straightforward purpose-built bracelet and back that wear comfortably while keeping the design language consistent from lugs to clasp. Let's touch on the ceramic bezel insert. So we get a 120-click unidirectional bezel with a decidedly bold presence. The insert is extra wide, high gloss black and printed with crisp white minute numerals. Those markings are actually fully lumed, so in low light you get a clean, continuous halo that complements the dial's glow rather than fighting it. Ergonomically, it's well judged. The bezel slightly overhangs the case flanks, and the deep notches give confident purchase, even with damp fingers or gloved. Rotation has even resistance all the way around. It's on the lighter side, but it's not loose. There's minimal backplay between clicks, noticeable if you go looking for it, but not something that spoils alignment in daily use. Each detent is ratchety and distinct, yet the sound is rather muted, more of a subdued mechanical tick than a loud clack. Given the price point, the combination of a glossy ceramic insert, good uniform action, and that luminous bezel script makes for a satisfying nighttime legible interface that feels both practical and quite a bit premium. Let's go to center stage and talk about the crystal and the dial. So up top, we get a flat slab of mineral crystal with anti-reflective coating, sitting just a hairline above the ceramic insert. So the transition looks tight without a raised lip. At 3 o'clock, a mineral cyclops rides over the date. Magnification is strong, close to 2.5 times, and keeps the window clean in quick glances. Drop below the glass, and the sightline runs down an inward-sloping brushed steel rehaut to a dial that does the heavy lifting. On the periphery, a sharp white mini-track. Hours are a mix of applied numerals at 6, 9, and 12, and elongated chrome edge batons elsewhere, all filled with white lume. Text is restrained, Addiesdive beneath 12, and just diver in the 200 meters of water resistance above 6, so the texture can breathe. That texture is actually the hook here, a granular rock-like surface with a center-to-edge gradient. The aqua blue we're looking at bursts brighter around the pinions, then darkens towards the rehaut, nearly black at the rim. The other colorways available are lava red and silver gray, and these follow the same gradient recipe. Hands are baton style, chrome edged with lume through the center. The seconds carry an arrow tip for crisp reading. In the dark, the BGW9 on hands, markers, and that lumed bezel script settles into a coherent blue glow, even bright and long-lasting enough to hold legibility after your eyes adjust. This is Addiesdive Lume, and we're just used to it being good at practically any price point. Powering it all is the Miyota 2115 Quartz movement, 3-hand plus the date. Single tick per second, rated at plus/minus 20 seconds per month, with an expected battery life of around 2 to 2.5 years. That's a pragmatic, low-maintenance pairing for a daily wear diver at this price point. So what did you think about the Addiesdive AD2513? Now it's a brand new model, I get it, textured dial, but I can foresee the comments already coming in, but it's just the same as my H3. Yeah, technically it is mineral crystal, quartz movement, yada yada, but that textured dial, that gradient color flow from the blue to the black at the rehaut, and then you can get the red option and the silver gray options, it's similar. But yeah, that dial texture, and hey, the price doesn't really change. It's still very budget, around the $50 mark. Anyways, I'll be leaving the affiliate link to the Addiesdive discount store and that listing in that store in the description below. Do check it out if you're after a sharp price. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.